I was wondering if you were going to notice it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Walking Dead conversation. My name's Steven.
Jake.
And we have...
Abe.
This is about Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 3. We don't have to do
that better this week.
Yeah, maybe because that's up on the TV.
Oh.
And this episode's called The Cell. We get to see Daryl being not so much tortured. There's some hitting.
That's definitely tortured.
More or less mentally. Tortured mentally. But, like, you know, it's not like arms wrapped, pulling torture kind of thing. That's what I picture torture in.
You picture like old school medieval pulled by the limbs torture as your go-to?
You will have time out if this song comes back on.
I like that your go-to torture is medieval torture. Not like, oh, we're gonna beat him or we're gonna like, you know, play loud music. No, we're gonna pull his limbs with like a wooden crank. That's go-to torture.
I mean, my go-to is
like
like somebody getting...
my
go-to is when somebody just getting stoned like to death.
My go-to is like, I think Django with like the metal box that they put him in.
We got to see Dwight. A lot of Dwight, emotionally, physically, character development, really.
We learned about his super hot wife and his super hot wife's sister, as Negan put it.
I like how every Walking Dead episode, it is absolutely essential. There's one scene where it's a guy with a gun, and he's got it at a walker, and the walker's doing something, and the guy goes to shoot the walker, but then he looks at it sad and mesmerized, and then he doesn't shoot it. Every episode, there's something like that with like Rick on the wall, or it's Sasha with some zombie. Like it's always like they're looking longingly at a zombie, and it's supposed to be really emotional. Never really explained.
Well, this one was Dwight, and he was looking at the fence walkers, right?
Yeah.
And we threw a beer bottle at it.
Yeah, but
If I may point something out here and give some reasoning for it, is as they pointed out this entire episode, these are people that he actually knows.
True.
Mm-hmm.
They lived together before Negan got there. It was a great view of the sanctuary, and we get to see kind of like the remains of it. You know, the insides, the workings of it. Now, let's go on the opening real quick. That whole sandwich making deal, Dwight obviously has some pull in there, and people have to listen to what he says. But
he's cutting in line like...
But the thing is, that's you were talking about, he knows them. They know each other. They were friends once. So it's like, if you all of a sudden became a jock, like us theater kids were sitting around doing whatever, and you became a jock, and we're like, hey Jake, it's been a while, and you look at us like, and then you go and you talk to your cool friends.
And I get my cabbage, and I'm like, I'm gonna have a great egg salad sandwich today, just so you wait.
Is that what jocks eat?
That's exactly what they eat. But the thing that was also really interesting is that scene where he's walking with the guy, where he ends up shooting the guy, it really is like, the little line where he goes, you used to be nicer. Like, there's something that happened with, when maybe was Dwight nicer when he started, and then he came back and he was a dick because he got his face ironed, and Negan's banging his wife now. And that would demoralize and make you kind of a dick, though.
The way I see it is, like, it opens up with him watching, like, the old, like, 50s sitcom or whatever it was, and, I take it as he's BSing himself. He's like, oh no, everything's great, I live a perfect little life, everything's good, I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna make my sandwich and take food or whatever.
TV's a privilege,
Yeah, but I mean, like, I take it as, it's like, it's supposed to show that he's trying to forget, oh yeah, Negan's banging my wife, that my wife's sister, who I once loved, is now dead, everything around me is hell, I'm as much a prisoner as Daryl is here, there's no difference whatsoever, but I'm gonna pretend things are great because I get my stupid little egg sandwich. That's the way I take it. It's like, that's why it shows him watching the sitcom and going through the whole routine. And you see him, like, you know, you see the guy get pulled over and they start beating on him. And he just looks at it and he just kind of goes, nope, just not going to worry about it. Just keep making my sandwich. And he's kind of trying to keep it all out of his head. And that's why you keep seeing people break into him, where it's like the guy who confronts him on the road, or when Daryl pulls him aside. Like, people trying to tell him, you know, like, who are, like, getting up and he sympathizes with him, but he's trying to pretend that everything's okay.
And he's taking the easy street.
It's funny, I'm going back to the high school comparison, because you're exactly right. Sanctuary is very much about knowing your place, which Negan sells a lot, which is why you're either the nerd, Daryl, inside the prison getting dog meat.
Wow, who would have thought someone would compare Daryl to a nerd?
And then you have the quarterback of the football team with his quarterback of the baseball team with his baseball bat.
Quarterback of the baseball team.
Pitcher of the baseball team. Captain of the baseball team. Whatever you want to call.
Any of the Cubs players. Go Cubs.
Go Cubs, yeah.
It's very interesting to see the comparison. When I would read the comics, I would read, and for some reason Negan's voice, he was more, it was a higher of a pitch for some reason, and he didn't speak as slow,
Was
and
it-
it's contrasting from my visual to seeing Jeffrey Dean Morgan playing this character, doing a very fine job playing this character, but he always carries the bat around in this show, which he didn't do in the comics because he knew he could handle himself without Lucille.
Now,
I think it might just be to give him a prop to play with.
Probably.
He probably just likes having fun with the bat.
Could be a character thing. But you're right. I mean, in the comics, he's almost very cartoonish with the way that he acts and the way he goes about
Probably
it.
every pause that Jeffrey Dean Morgan has on screen is just another F word going through his mind.
I don't know how he is in the comics, but it seems like that's where his whole thing is. He acts like almost like humorously relaxed about everything that's going on. You know, it's like, man, that is not cool. Or like, no, we're good. You know, he's my bud, and he's just kind of relaxed, where it's almost like unnerving, where he's so nonchalant about the fact that he's a fucking murderous dictator. But I mean, I don't take it where he's like. It looks like in the comics from what I've seen, he's more like a salesman or something, almost like a mascot for like a fast food chain or something, where he's like almost like too giddy and too happy for being the face of like the worst group to ever be on The Walking Dead.
He's the guy you bring in, like for example, it's Chipotle and they've got E. coli and their stuff. He's the guy you bring in to like keep selling it. Like it's like this sleazy guy, like, hey, it's still great.
I'll
Look at
kill
me.
you with a baseball bat if you don't eat Chipotle. I'm gonna ask this question. I wonder how much money Daryl gets paid, Norman Reedus gets paid to say 3-4 lines in the whole episode.
You wonder what his paycheck was for this episode?
Yeah, because like that's like him and Rick are like consistent about that. Like we don't say too much in this episode, but we mean a lot in what our face is doing.
No, but this is he had to go.
And he cried.
Daryl, what's your name?
I think it was sick to take the picture of Glenn's brains on that wall.
It was just sad. Like, and then he started playing the song about crying, and it's like he's trying to break Daryl and succeeded.
But he didn't.
That's
Daryl
true.
didn't break. Daryl is still being stubborn as hell.
I thought it was a little cheesy to play the song about crying alone while Daryl cries alone. It was a little cheesy. Where it's like, if it were any other song, sure, but the fact that like he's crying alone, it's like, all right, we need to find a song that fits. Just Google crying alone songs and see what pops up. Oh, there's a song called Crying Alone. Done.
Wait,
Throw that in.
shouldn't we listen to it first?
Huh? Nah, it'll be great. It'll be fine. Just throw it in there. I'm sure it's sad. It'll be okay.
Now, my idea was that Daryl was going to be Dwight, and Dwight was just a throwaway character. Because in the comics, Dwight has this whole story arc, and spoiler alert, if you don't read it, mute your thing. I'll give you the high sign.
Is that your spoiler alert sign?
This means it's over. This means it's over.
Yeah, keep doing it because then people will keep unlocking.
Oh, that's your end note. This is your end note. So like, wait, is this like spoiler alert?
Did you not read the guidelines before you did this?
No.
This is the end symbol. This is the we're done symbol. This is the.
I like to imagine Steven emails you a 30-minute long video of different hand motions. All right, guys, this means we're gonna have like a group joke. Okay, this is reference of first episode is this.
It's the same thing as your thing.
Anyway,
That's your get back to it.
That's
for
the
rambling.
yeah, in the comics, Dwight has this whole story arc, but I thought they were going to replace Dwight with Daryl in the TV show and make Daryl Dwight up until whenever that ends. But I really don't think they're going to do that anymore because they had this whole, like, look into your conscience and see if this is right, Dwight. And Daryl is being stubborn as hell. I think Daryl has potential to die.
I think Daryl's seeding that idea to Dwight of you can break out. I get it. You're
Right.
right. Like,
So then Dwight will still fulfill his duty, but that means he needs his crossbow. Does that mean that Daryl dies?
They need to do something with Daryl, because I swear to God, if the entire point of them capturing Daryl was just so he could be like, I'm Daryl, and we're going to break out, and I'm going to be cool, and I'm going to get my vest back, and I'm going to start crossbowing dudes, and we're going to sell some Hot Topic t-shirts. If that was the whole point of this, I'm going to be furious, because I was really hoping the whole point of this is, oh, maybe they brainwash Daryl. Maybe Daryl has a character change. Maybe he goes somewhere else. Any of that would be excellent, because it's just like, what? He hasn't done anything as a character in so long. He had like a little relationship with Beth, and then Beth got headshotted. which is great.
I think the last time it was really like almost a character change for Daryl was when Sophia was missing.
I try to block out season 2 with every ounce of me, so I can't remember anything. Yeah, I want Daryl to do something because he had Beth, and then he had a little moment with the gay couple where they gave him the motorcycle, and they were like, maybe you could be like our guy for Alexandria.
Eric and Aaron.
People.
Get their names right.
I don't remember their names.
At least get Aaron.
Get Aaron's name.
All right,
right.
the cannon fodder told him that eventually he could be their ambassadors. What? What happened to them? They showed up once to go, this is characters on the show, and then like they don't really do a whole lot. Like when was the last time we saw Aaron's husband or
Eric?
boyfriend?
Well, I remember he was injured. He was never the important character. It was always about Aaron, but Eric was kind of he assisted. Eventually, you move past him.
I think in total, though, the point of this episode was, hey, Dwight might not be super loyal because Negan's his wife. Can I say that?
We've said it too many times already for me to say no. How freaking funny was Negan telling that story? Basically the whole episode, but specifically telling that story all about how he screwed Dwight's life over.
And we're totally cool. The other guy, he's like,
Yeah.
so cool.
So what do we think is to come? Next episode is the extended episode, Little Pig, let me in. Negan's gonna kill someone.
I think Negan's gonna kill someone. I'd like to point out that something I didn't notice before. When you see the bat laid down, it's got blood on it.
Oh, hopefully kill somebody.
But maybe he was just a walker that was outside.
Rick's gonna be all for it. Rick's gonna be like, let's get him his crap and get out. Whereas everyone else
I think
is
all
like,
for it is a little bit much. I wouldn't say all
He's
for it.
terrified.
Yeah.
Michonne,
Or she's shell-shocked into obedience.
Michonne looks like she wants to kill someone. Michonne looks like she's out for blood.
Mm-hmm.
She's not gonna die, but...
I want to take this moment. Negan has a very interesting relation with children, whereas he won't hurt children. There's something in his character, they don't really go on it in the comics, like I think maybe he had a kid.
Women and children.
Women and children, he has issues like with them pretty much. Like he will not usually like if he has to select something, he's not gonna kill like a 10-year-old kid. Him and Carl have a really good relationship.
Alright,
Well, it'd be awesome to see.
Where is this show going as a show? Like, have you guys gotten the feeling that like Walking Dead's getting a little bit aimless? Like,
It's where it needs to be because it's no longer about the zombies. That's finally done, and Negan is the villain. He's the one we've been waiting for.
Well, I think the way they're splitting it up is slow. It's a slow progression, but knowing where it's going, it's not just aimlessly moving. It's getting to a point. It's getting to a bigger picture. But each episode is a little bit slower than what, and we have to wait a week for it, and then we have to watch all these commercials. So in our minds, watching it, it could be slow, but knowing it, the story itself, it's going somewhere.
Yeah, the end goal for this is, I hate to say it, what we saw in the first episode. It was them happy in Alexandria. That's them winning. The whole point of Negan showing up was going, you were so close to making it, but now I'm here, and I'm going to ruin your life. Alexandria won't die, but Rick will move on. How about that?
Yes, okay. I didn't think Alexandria was going to die, but I do think we want to grow.
Thanks for joining us here on another great episode of The Walking Dead, Season 7, Episode 3.
do you guys have a show title?
It's TV Talk.
Talk about the dead.
And then whatever episode. Like, we did Flash.
So you guys talk about the dead? Like Talking Dead, kind of.
No, we do not confirm or deny that. The licensing, our lawyer isn't here, and things like that. To wrap up, we don't know exactly what's going to happen next, who's going to die. We know Negan wants his stuff. We know the Kingdom is going to play a big part in
Wait, don't we know what happens next?
moving us forward. Mike, we do.
Yeah, I love that he grabs the book.
We're interested to see who's going to die. Who do you think's going to die? Will Negan kill anyone at all? Will Michonne try to kill someone? Will Daryl turn on us? All of these questions. I don't think Daryl's going to turn. In fact, I think Daryl has potential to die. But we talked about that already. Anyway, thank you very much.
And if you like our show, our PayPal accounts are in the description, and you can add money there.
Or just give us a like.
Or subscribe.
Yeah, one of those.
Or the
Probably these. And our guest, Abe.
Thanks for joining us, our guest, Abe.
Mike.
And I hope you all enjoyed tonight's episode, and we hope to see you back for more.
You guys
I know what we do now. I remember.
You guys should intercut a clip of Spencer at the very end.
We're uneasy.